Hello, lovelies. Welcome to today's video. And I'm going to coin a new series that I'm going to call Void Stream. Scream. I said it sounds like stream. But basically, I'll just be taking whatever's happened in my week and just compilate it into a quick 10-minute video where I will just tell you guys, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's been challenging, this is what's been great, and that's it. And you'll be having a little bit of like a drawing or sketching in the background where I'll just be working on something or doing something. So this week we're going to go over the brand new thing I'm doing, which is online school. I have to say, for me, it is a huge improvement, and I love it very much. It's actually what gave me this idea, because we had to do introductories for ourselves, and I basically did this, where I talked about certain topics, gave them a bunch of information on myself, and then took a video and just decided what I was going to put for what part. And I really enjoyed it, and I found it a lot of fun, and it was stimulating to my brain where I actually got it done in time. Because if you guys would or would not have noticed, I have a hard time sticking to what I say I'm going to do. Because I have done a bunch of stuff, had a bunch of ideas, started a bunch of projects, and they are all now sitting within my Flippa page, which is for my animating, I think it's called that, and in my writing, my Google Docs, because I write with Google Docs. There's a bunch of stories waiting there to be finished, scripts, whatever you want to call them at this point. There's just a lot of stuff there. But other than that, I have a hard time sticking to stuff, as I just tried to prove, and then I forgot what I was talking about, which shows even more. But as y'all will see, this will probably be a lot easier for me because it's just turning on my video editor, putting on voiceover, and yapping for a while, and then drawing for a while, which is a lot of fun because I enjoy yapping and I enjoy drawing. So, I already yapped about school, but I'm going to yap in further about it because I really like it. But it's a lot of fun because I got to join our school's student blog, and I only have 4 classes right now just because I'm starting late. But later in the year, I'll come to 6, so interesting fun. I'm going for a seal, a diploma seal. That's basically where it just says, you're really good at this one thing. And I forgot to talk about my LSC with that. I forgot to talk about that with my LSC. Whoopsie-doodles, I'll have to do that later. But other than that, that's really been school. It's fun. I like it a lot. It's actually encouraged me to get more introductory with other people. So weird, because in person school I never talked to really anybody, but online school I talked to a bunch of people and I got involved in a bunch of clubs. So ironic, I think so. But outside of school, I haven't been doing much. I've been reading. It's just been school, because I like it so much that when I'm not doing that, I'm not really doing much else. Which is why I want to start doing YouTube again, or make more videos, because it encourages me to do something else with my time, because otherwise I will not do anything else with my time. Let's see. I started listening to a new podcast on Spotify called How to Be a Better Person. I like it a lot. It's with, let me see. It's by TED Talk and PRX. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna pretend I do. It's with the comedian Chris Duffy, and we basically just talk to other people, and it just discusses, hey, this is how you could be a little more empathetic, or this is how you can get along with different people, or just fun stuff like that, which I quite enjoy, because I could always use help with that. You're never perfect at anything, and I especially realize that for myself. But a lot of fun. Online school, online stuff. Now let's talk about something that's not online and that I do with paper and pencil. I don't know why I was trying to use that to transition into reading. I was going to talk about reading, but now it sounds like I'm going to talk about drawing, and I don't even have anything to share about drawing because I haven't been doing that lately. So we're going to pretend I made a good transition into reading this new book I have called Off With Their Heads. Off With Their Heads is a kind of like, what's that one called? Alice in Wonderland kind of book. It's a spin-off, not the exact book, but like kind of took inspiration from it. I'm having a hard time reading it because I have a hard time understanding books like that. I need stuff to be very put forward for me and very much in check. when it comes to jumping around timelines or having to remember characters' names, it's kind of hard. And I bet some of y'all that actually know this channel are like, you read Heaven's Official Blessing, and that book's got a lot of names and a lot of people. And I see where you're coming from, and I have to say I agree, so I don't know why this one's being so tricky for me right now, but hey, we're gonna keep at it, and eventually, hopefully, I understand it. There's only 300-ish pages in it, so it's pretty good. Not super long, not too short. But I've also been reading How to Kill a Mockingbird. I'm at chapter 9, and I have to say, pretty interesting. I'm excited to get to the parts where maybe we find out why it has such a powerful name of How to Kill a Mockingbird. I feel like that's a very powerful name. So I'm excited to see if there's a thing behind the powerful name, or if it was just kind of like authors gave their books whatever title, and it could just be a very simple book. Because I feel like, at least at chapter 9, where I am, To Kill a Mockingbird's a pretty, like, so-so, not so-so and, like, it's bad, but, like, you read a lot of other ones like it. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. I've read a lot of books like How to Kill a Mockingbird. It's definitely a fun way to look into the past. Definitely, we can see the change in society as we look at the book. So, definitely fun to look at that. I thought it was kind of fun being a writer also. Yeah, fun stuff I write. To look at, like, how different, like, paragraphs are. Because, like, paragraphs are longer, but sentences are shorter, and we don't use as many pronouns as we do now. Where I had no clue that Scout was a girl until a lot later in the book, because no one ever pronounced that she was a girl. I first asked one of my parents about it because I was like, it's weird how they said Scout was turning into a girl. And then my mom said that he was a girl and that she was a guy. And then I asked my dad about it, and he said she was a girl, and I was like, oh, let me go back and look. Well, it turns out that it took me till this late in the book for me to see the pronoun she referred to Scout. And then I looked back and I was like, wait, people don't really use pronouns, they more just use their name, which I found kind of interesting, since nowadays you usually see he went to the store instead of Billy went to the store. So I thought that was kind of fun to look at, like, hey, some stuff has changed over time. But that's enough yappery about books. Let's get to yapping. Actually, I'm not done yapping about books. I'm going to yap about, you would never guess it, Heaven's Official Blessing. That's right. I am rereading it again because I like that book series a lot. I'm rereading it from book 1. I've been on the prowl to get some more of those books. So far, I've 1, 2, 7, 8. Probably thinking, how'd you read it then? Me and my best friend shared her book series, and I got 7 and 8 because I was reading it faster than her at that point. Because I became substantially obsessed with it, and she kept a normal regulation with it. And I could not wait for her to finish the 7th one. So I went and bought a 7th one from Barnes & Nobles. I love Barnes & Nobles. But, let's see. What else have I been reading? That's really it. I've been doing a lot of doom scrolling, so I want to stop doing that, because I don't like doom scrolling. But something that I have taken an interest in was sewing. Funny enough, because I got some of the Heaven's Official Blessing dolls, the Shili and Hwa-Chung one. And now I'm getting back into sewing because I want to make them clothing and stuff, which is kind of funny. I was like, huh, that's funny. Quick little turnaround, like, But, fun. And then I finished reading They Both Die at the End. I don't know. I didn't find it that amazing. I know a lot of other people think it's really, really good. And honestly, I see the passion, I see the work, it's amazing. But it's just not my type of reading. I like happier ones, I'm sorry. I like to be a little happy person. Not saying that They Both Die at the End's not happy, it's just, it's reality. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna try and spoil it. I almost spoiled it. Haha. But that's it for this week's. See, 10 minutes goes fast. But that's the end of my void scream.